moving to the next point, that is voters list. This list is list for of those who are eligible to vote, and the age of the election that is kept, the voting age of in India, it is kept as a 18 years. So those who completed 18 years and above, that list will be prepared before the election. That list is known as the voters list. It is prepared much before the election. This is officially called electoral roll and is commonly known as voters list. What is the second name or official name of voters list? That is electoral roll. And next one, universal adult franchise. This also already we learned in 8th standard also and in first lesson also. Means all the citizens aged 18 years and above can vote in the election. That is the meaning of adult universal adult franchise here in India. Some countries it is 21 years. Some here in India we are having 18 years. Then process of election in India. What are the steps? We can see we are having 9 steps. Each and every steps we should follow. Important steps involved in the election are as in the follows. Again, some sub steps are there, that when we are taking the textbook, we are watching observing the textbook, that time we will discuss again. Okay, first point, it is formation of constituencies. That who is doing? Election Commission will do formation of constituencies. Then preparation of voters list. The local area they will collect the list and it will submit to election commission, then they should approve it. Then declaration of data of polling, and before election they will declare the data of election polling. Filling of nomination, that candidate should do, those who are standing as a MLA candidate or MP candidate or panchayat election, municipality election, they want to fill the nomination. And in nomination many things we want to write, that where it is there in the textbook. We will discuss that one with the help of textbook. Then scrutiny of the nomination. Then the authorized authority, they will check it, the nomination is correct, any malpractices that done like that they will check it. Then next step, 6th step, rejection or withdrawal of the nomination. If after the scrutiny something is wrong like that, then they will call the candidate and they will get clarity. Sometimes the candidates can reject officials can reject, or candidates themselves can withdraw the nomination. And next one, election campaign. Then next comes the after filling the nomination or the selection of nomination, the candidates are kept selected. Then afterwards it is starting election campaign. That is, we are very familiar with that one. They will come with vehicles to our areas and they will announce many, they will promise many things. Even they will come to door to door and requesting for voting, like that we are familiar. The next one, polling. Election day we are going and casting our vote, that is known as polling. And normally the Tamil Nadu and here in Kerala, like that state, it is coming more than 80% of polling. But some North Indian states still it is 64% of election. Average it is used to come 72 here in India. The next one, 9th one, it is counting of votes and declaration of result. Then after election, what will happen? They will the officials, they will count it, and that after that they will declare the result. Now on the spot we are getting the when counting is going on, that time itself they will release according to the how it is coming, the same report they will give every 5 minutes, 10 minutes reports they will give nowadays. Then next comes the in the polling we know the paper ballot as well as the EVM machines we are using now. Both in both way we are conducting election. In some situation the paper ballot papers we are using, and normally MLA MP election we are using the voting machine, electronic voting machine, EVM machines. Then next one, model code of conduct. What all things they can do, what all things should not do by candidate as well as parties, that we are going to discuss. All the candidates and their parties follow the model code of conduct for election campaign. In the election campaign time, how we should behave as a candidate or as a party, how I should behave. According to this, once election are announced, No party or candidate can use any place of worship for election propagation. Even though I am believing in particular religion, for example, I am from Hindu religion, I can't go to temple and I can't make the election campaign there in the around the temple area. Then use the government vehicles, aircrafts or officials for election. The candidates, they even though they are part of some government official, they resigned and came for election, then also they can't use any government vehicles, police van or like that vehicles we can't use, or aircraft, or should not take any officials help for election. Then ministries shall not lay foundation stone for any projects, take any big policy decision or make any promises of providing public facilities. After announcing the election, the even the ministers, they can't put make the any foundation stone, laying of the foundation stone, it is also prohibited, and they can't take up any big projects, they can't make any big policies, or they even budget they want. Next year budget usually declaring by February, and that also can do on that time. Then they should not give any promises what they are going to do. Means the election campaign after making the government, what they are going to do, that they can say, but by these 3 months we will do this one, like that the government ministers or any government department should not speak like that things. Then slogans. Slogans are very important during election campaigns. Political parties try to attract the attention of the people through slogans. Some of the useful slogans given by different political parties various elections are. We are going to see some of the slogans given by some parties. We will see that one. So we are saying like that slogans, and people will get like that inspiration to vote for them. The name of the leader, Indira Gandhi, Party Indian National Congress. Slogan, Garibi Hatao, remove poverty. Who given that slogan? Indira Gandhi. In which year? 1971 in the election. Then Jayaprakash Narayan, Janata Party, Safe Democracy. That was the slogan of Jayaprakash Narayan. That was in Lok Sabha election 1977. Then left front, from that is not any person, that is a group of people, party like that, and the party's left front. And land to the tillers, means the land was in the hands of the zamindars or the big landlords. That land should give to the workers or the peasants like that, and that is in the West Bengal Assembly election 1977. And we know that one anti-poverty measures, when we study or the poverty chapter, that time we have seen that West Bengal, they are having very less poverty because of the land reform movement. That is the same case we are seeing here. Left front, they are asking the land to the tillers, and after the 1777 election, they made that one land reform act, and they practiced there in West Bengal. Then N.T. Ram Rao, Telugu Desam Party, protect the self-respect of the Telugus, Andhra Pradesh Assembly election 1983. Because there already we know last means 2-3 years before, they divided themselves into two states, Andhra and Telangana, and here the Telugus, they want to get self-respect or to protect the self-respect of one particular group of people, and that was the slogan given by Ramarao in Andhra Pradesh Assembly election. You are familiar with what all the slogans given by your own state and parties, especially DMK and AIDMK, and to the people in different election, that you can collect it, and then you will get better idea. The next one, unfair practice in the election. We have said in the election time, the political parties as well as the candidates, they used to give some gift and other things, which what are things they can do, what are things they should not do, that we are going to see. We often hear or read through media about the unfair practices in the election. These includes inclusion of false names and exclusion of genuine names in the voters list. What the parties they used to do, include the names. The person is not there, like that one person won't be there in that area, but they will add like that names. At the same time, the genuine names are there. For example, Srinivasan, that like that one person is there in your village, but they will exclude that they will try to avoid that name. Which names are not there, that names they will add it. For what purpose? And each and every party they are thinking like that, by that they can get maximum vote. Then misuse of government facilities and the officials by ruling party. If the, for example, here in Tamil Nadu, DMK is ruling, for example, and the next election time, the ruling party they are using the government facilities like the government vehicles or officers like that, different things for the election campaign. That is a unfair method of election. Then excessive use of money by rich candidates and big parties, and that is, you are very familiar here in Tamil Nadu. Not only Tamil Nadu, North India, worst than Tamil Nadu that we know. And our candidates, they are giving saris or 1,000 rupees or some ration like that, or TV or cow. Then like that, many things they are doing to the by rich candidates. Usually in the North Indian situation, if we are observing, we can see maximum candidates they are very rich, and the political parties taking them, and they are conducting all these money matters, even muscle power they are using. Then last one, intimidation of the voters and rigging of the polling day. We are making the other malpractices, means like that the, and in unfair practice we can see, we know that when we are trying to take up the election polls and like that things, it is happening. So 4 points we are discussing in unfair practice in election. Next one, power and function of the election commission. Okay, we will continue in next video.